grounding G8 traveler 2. There is a function that makes the button beep when you depress them. So right now the radio is on. You can hear it. So with the radio on, keep this button depressed, the snooze light button, keep it depressed. And from now on, if you touch any button, it will beep quite loudly. To turn the beep off, again, keep depressed the snooze light button. Keep it depressed a few seconds. It turns the beep off, and from this point on, no more beeping. So you need just to keep this button depressed when the radio is on. One extra tip for maybe if you're still having this radio, I did talk in another video that there is a small layer of Gruber coating, which because of years and also heat, sunshine, etc., gets very sticky. So you need to use, I did use 100% alcohol, and I did rub it, but you need to rub very strongly. It's very difficult to remove, but once you got it out, it's much better. Plastic use only something alcohol 100% that is not going to erase the writing on it. That if you use something stronger, it's going to erase this and you are going to regret it. The second thing I don't like about this radio, I really don't like it, it's the backlight. So you know, whenever you rotate or turn a knob or press a button, it will turn on a backlight at night. I find it very inconvenient because it never stays, well, actually you can turn it completely on, you can lock it on, but you cannot turn it off. And at night I just don't need it to flicker there and turn on and off. This is not an easy fix. I don't think it's an easy fix. You need to remove a bunch of screws. So I will let you know if you ever are into this kind of things. There is one there, 2, 3, and there is 2 screws underneath the batteries. There are wires inside. So there's the rear cover, which has antenna wire to it, and there is the front cover, which has the speaker wire to it. Careful when you detach it, sometimes this piece here will break. So you have this wire for the speaker, but if you flip it to one side, this is the backlight for the screen. Right here underneath this light, it's like a paper, so it doesn't leak. And we do have this small, actually we'll find a piece of paper over it. You just remove that piece of paper and you can see, perhaps, let me see if I can point for you. Obviously it's better to do this without batteries. So this is your LED light right there. These are the 2 legs. This is the LED, and it's lighting into a plastic piece which is by the side of the display. So what I did, you can see, I did take a kind of, this is like glass film that you put on cars to darken your windshield or your side glasses, your windows. So I did took a little piece of those, that kind of darker plastic, and I did actually I had to push a little bit on the diode. Actually I did lift it a little bit to make a distance between the diode and the plastic that's transmitting the light. So I did insert this film in between the two, just grab it and just try to slide it around the diode right now. Let me just show you the results. Sorry, so it's a little bit of workaround. I'll turn off the lights to show you what it does now. It's much dimmer. I'm going to maybe turn something. It's much dimmer. Basically the camera doesn't really capture it properly because the camera is not sensitive enough. You obviously can just adjust that film, use a darker film or a film that's more transparent. But this, you actually can cut completely the light, but perhaps it's not a good idea, but it does reduce the light intensity to your liking. To my liking, the light intensity is much reduced. I can see it. If I look past the camera, I can see the numbers. It's just that the camera doesn't, perhaps it's the sensitivity of the lens, but I can see it, and it doesn't, is no longer annoying it's just not bright as before, so it's much more pleasant for my eyes. Thanks for watching. And by the way, you can also put a small film here on the screen if you want a fix that's much faster, but then during the day you won't see properly the screen. It's the only downside, besides that glue, that rubbery coat, is the only downside. Very surprising. Nobody of those engineers thought about a simple function to turn completely off the light, to disable it permanently, permanently to disable it until you turn it on again while you touch any of the buttons. I think it's inconvenient to be forced to have this light whenever you touch the radio to adjust or to modify anything on it. Okay, thanks for watching.